Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, seriously, Steven here.
Mike?
And John.
And you know what? Today it's going to be a really fun episode. We're going to talk about now and laters. I'm just kidding. We're not going to talk about the candy. We're going to talk about now and then kind of things we've been thinking about, right? Like where we're at in 2026. And we're all pretty old to most people, but we're really not because, like, you know, like people older than us are obviously old. So I guess just to like jump right into it, something real simple, like now versus then, since we're all in our 40s, just kind of like going back for us would be our teenage years, right?
So like 96.
Yeah, like let's just, that's a good one. Like, meh, like, dude, jobs.
What about them?
Just, it seemed like every one of us in school was like, everyone had a job. Like we were like, if we weren't freshmen, we were like sophomores getting a job, and like jobs were just there. And everybody was like, need a job, work, cool, got it. And everyone was like, sweet, I'm making money. I can buy my own like guest shirt. If I really feel up to it, I can get some Nautica, which was like cooler than like Tommy Hilfiger, depending on what part of town you were. You know what I mean? Either way, if you were on bad side of town, you're getting your ass kicked, so they would steal your shirt anyway. But aside from that, and I just kind of remember like having a job and being like, I'm still living at home because you're obviously still in school, you know, like you're living with your parents, and you're like, dude, I was able to buy like 2 pairs of Guess pants and a Nautica shirt at Dillard's, and I feel like I've got it made in the shade. Meanwhile, your mom was probably in the back room like at midnight crying her eyes out trying to figure out how to pay rent. But my mom wasn't. Maybe some of y'all were, and I apologize if I triggered y'all. So, but one of my jobs, one of my summer jobs was I worked for this company that rented like a playroom for kids, and it was called Tumbleweeds.
Oh, I remember that.
Dorky because I guess it was in Texas, San Antonio. It was called Tumbleweeds. Anyway, you know, like you would rent the place out for parties. It was strictly just for like, I think
That was the one off of 410?
Yeah, dude, it was really
Okay.
weird. It's like tucked in like a warehouse district. Probably like looking at it these days, probably would have seemed a little sketch, but you would rent the place out. It had like a bouncy house, you know, but like a really big one. Like it had like 2 motors fed into it. So it was like constantly like puffy. And then, you know, they had like weird little, you know, like at a playground when, like in the rocks, they would have those old school super thick coils out of the ground with like the little horsey, and you would kind of go back and forth.
Oh, they still have those.
They had those like inside, that was like indoors, you know what I mean? And it sucked, dude, because like when a kid would like fly off and they'd smack that like hard floor, like it was padded, you know, but it was like the kind of padding you have like, you know, like in a kitchen, like in a, you know, like a kitchen setting, like at Burger King. It's like,
And the floor
dude,
mats?
you know, that little floor mat ain't worth a squat of. So anyway, but that job was like, dude, I hated it, but it was a job. And, I'm thinking now, like in this day and age, I'm wondering, like, did those places die out, and, or do the kids these days are like, I ain't going to do that. I'm not going to work there. I don't want to do that.
Well, now it's those like trampoline parks, or they have little places where it's like inflatable, like the bouncy houses. I know we took Bell to one, and they'd have like 4 in there, like 4 bouncy houses, and it's literally just they're inside. That's all they are. And I mean, and they have, you know, a little concession stand where you can get food and that. But I mean,
And then it's still just a bunch of punk ass kids who hate their life that work there. I want to make sure I made that clear.
well, yeah, I would say that, you know, it's kids that don't realize it's a paycheck. So they're just like, they're pissed off that they're there. It's like, dude, it's money. You're earning money. Like, do you want to get it for free? Because you ain't gonna get money for free.
Oh, but
like
John,
ungrateful kids.
but speaking about now and later, now that you said that, See, we didn't have YouTube, and now everybody can just wait and become
the next YouTube star.
Yeah, you can just be a social
Oh,
influencer.
everybody's a content creator.
Yeah, I know.
That's how they're making money
that's what
now.
we're doing.
Yeah, but we're old.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Case in point, we're not out there trying to make millions. Please subscribe. Like all our videos. But you know, I mean, I remember working in the mall, dude. Did you ever work at a mall job? Well, you didn't. You didn't have a mall where you grew up.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we had a mall.
How many miles away? I'm just kidding. But
no, it was right. It was in town. It was a mall. It wasn't a 2-story mall. It was a 1-story mall.
The 1-story strip.
It had the arcade in it. It had J.C. Penney's, Bell's, had a movie theater in it.
Oh, okay. Not bad.
Yeah. What else?
A corn. I don't know if y'all know what a corn dog 7 is, but it's a place that serves serves hot dogs and corn dogs and stuff like that. Their batter was pretty good. It had one of those. Had some of the stores in it. Yeah.
What is that?
It's just one of those, you know.
One of the stores.
They sell that high end gold jewelry and ice and all that.
Yeah,
like a K jeweler.
Oh no,
they had one of those in it too. But anyway, so I know what a mall is. But no, I didn't work at the mall.
I see.
I was the hellion that was destroying the mall. I'd go out there to fight and do different stuff like that.
You still are.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't even think.
You remember a hot dog on a stick? Wasn't that?
No.
Remember they wore those like that weird.
Oh yeah. Was it the red, yellow,
white,
and
the candy strappers?
Red, yellow, blue,
and white stripe?
Yeah.
And they had to wear the funky hat with the little spinner on top. Yeah.
It's like, man, how degrading it was for me.
I'm glad I didn't have to work there. But I worked at the Schlotzsky's as a teenager in a mall.
You remember that? At Crossroads.
Yeah, dude. But it was crazy, dude, because I didn't, you know, I had no understanding of like what a franchise was until I worked there. And, you know, this is nothing racial, y'all, but like it was owned by like a Korean family. And I had to like dunk every single head of lettuce in a 5-gallon bucket of water 24 times per head of lettuce. And they were very strict. It was like a weird regime of like making sure the food was that clean. It was weird. It was cool.
That was back when they had respect for clean food and stuff, though. Nowadays they dump it half a time and then
like I wound up quitting because I hated it because I was like, this is too much, dude. It's just a mall job at the Schlotzsky's. And I mean, like I felt like I'm dunking lettuce for like a 5-star restaurant, you know, not a $5 sandwich, but it is what it is. But I worked at Eddie Bauer. That was a joke. Yeah, dude.
Oh wow.
I worked at Eddie Bauer right after I worked at the Gap.
I did not know you worked at those places.
Yeah, for a little bit of time.
Like what's a little bit like a month?
Yeah, maybe like a couple, 3 months a piece. You know, that's what you do. You bounced around. Nah, man, that wasn't my scene.
Too preppy.
It was way too preppy. I was a metalhead, but well, I was a metalhead that also liked rap, but
metal rap,
even better. But yeah, man, I worked at a movie theater, $1 movie theater. There you go. Do they even have those around anymore?
I think they're probably like $5 movie theaters.
But they have discount movie theaters?
I mean, I remember me and my dad used to go every Friday.
Yeah, but do they have them now?
They might, but I don't know if they're $1.
Not $1, but like super discounted.
I don't know if they do here, but I know they probably in Dallas they have them.
Yeah.
Dallas and over in Fort Worth.
Like I know they still do like matinee pricing, I'm sure, right? Yeah. Like see it in the daytime.
Yeah, they have that. Well, now they have it for kids at like some of the Santicos.
Oh.
Like if you go like the first showing, and I think kids get in free, and obviously, you know, you have to pay, you know, $64 for 2 tickets.
Did you guys ever work at anything that no longer exists?
Yeah. I mean, it exists in some towns, but not the one I worked at it in. And that was a Golden Corral. I was a manager.
Closed down.
Closed down.
They're still around.
They're still around.
You?
Oh, I think the only place I worked when I was a teenager was what was it? Pilgrim's Cleaners.
Wow, they're still around. And also, I hate you that was all you had to do.
Yeah.
Man, I worked at Little Caesars. Oh,
worked at Little Caesars as driver.
no, I worked in the store, man.
I worked at a Little Caesars. I was a manager for about 2 years there.
Dude, I was a little kid. And you know what sucked, dude? Is my manager. I don't remember what his name was. It could have been like fucking Mike, Paul, or Raul. I don't remember, but he was a dick. But he didn't like me. And I don't know if it was because he found out that I was like, I adopted like a little bat with me that I found, and I kept it in like a Crown Royal bag in my locker. And somebody dined me out. And I mean, like, what the hell, dude? The bat died in a couple of days. I didn't have it there anymore. Huh?
Could have been rabid.
It was a little baby bat, and I obviously
I don't think rabies has a age limit.
Yeah, I think somebody dined me out, and in retrospect, you shouldn't have a baby bat in a locker at a Little Caesars. So yeah, there's probably that too.
Put a little guano on the freaking pizza.
But he was he slept a lot. I think he was just dying. But he that guy gave me a lot of grief, man, and I kind of like bit back. I was kind of like, yeah, I didn't, I was like, talk back.
Yeah.
And so the day I quit because he gave me a toothbrush and he gave me some bleach and a bucket. And he told me to go hand scrub all the tile grout in the lobby. And I was like,
no, he didn't.
Yeah. With, of course, customers in. And I was like, no, man, I'm not doing it. He was like, well, it's either that or your job. And I was like,
then it's my job.
I'm a teenager and I'll be okay. So
like, I don't need this to live.
Yeah. So what do? I said, screw you. I'm gonna go work at Sonic. Lame. And that was not good. I got real fat working at Sonic, dude.
No,
I purposely dropped corn dogs all the time because I get to eat them for free afterwards. When you're a teenager, you got like a iron stomach, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just pick it up.
Yeah, your metabolism is freaking overdrive.
Exactly. And then like, it didn't take me long before I got hip, and I just said like, I don't even know why I played it off. I would just say, hey, I dropped this corn dog, and they'd be like, eat it. And I'd be like, I never dropped it. I just was like, hey, I just would hold it and be like, hey. And they'd turn around and be like, I dropped this corn dog. And they're like, okay, well, eat it. Don't throw it away. I'm like, okay. And then I'd wrap a slice of cheese around it. And dude, I mean, I was like Porky Pigging it up in that joint, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was Bad News Bears. So it was that. But I did work at a place that no longer exists.
What?
Blockbuster.
Oh,
wow. Okay, that's a blast from the past.
Worked at Blockbuster Video. Oh man,
Blockbuster.
Nothing will ever compare to that job. I swear.
And there was what, Netflix, right? When they
Redbox took him out.
Redbox took them out. Yeah.
Redbox.
But wasn't Netflix you get the video and then you send it back?
Redbox.
No, I could have sworn that's how
Netflix had that too at the same time. Redbox
did they?
Yeah. So
I think Netflix came out before Redbox, and then Redbox made it to where it was local. Netflix, you had to be like, oh, I want this movie,
and then
they send it to you.
Oh,
you send it back.
Gotcha. Well, either way, both of them killed.
Yeah. Now Netflix is just streaming service
and Hollywood Video. Oh,
damn.
And Circuit City.
Oh man, I used to love Circuit City. I always thought Circuit City was better than Best Buy.
Yeah. Hey, y'all listening? Do any of y'all remember Radio Shacks?
I do.
We used to love Radio Shacks.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing better. You go
Brickstone. Sharper Image.
Sharper Image.
That was always like the high quality, like the higher end stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
That you always dreamed about getting.
Yeah. And you'd like walk in and like the staff would just look at you because you're a teenager, like,
you can't afford any of this.
Get out of here. So, but yeah, Blockbuster. Some stories with that place, man. But yeah, like, I mean, that's just kind of that, like, at least in the teenage job, from now.
Mine was
from then till now.
Mine was, I started 15 years old hauling hay.
Oh, wow.
In the field. Yeah. Made $0.25 a bell, but my first paycheck was right at $900. We hauled a lot of hay.
Now that was a lot back then.
And then I started out at $4.25 an hour at McDonald's, and then moved up within 6 months to a shift manager, a whopping $6 an hour. to shift manage. And then from there, just kind of zigzag through Golden Corral, couple of nursing homes.
No, but when I worked at
That
the
was
delivery driver for Little Caesars, it was good. For a while, I was making some nice tips, like nice. Like I'd go home with a good amount of money, and then for like 2 weeks straight, I made like $20 total for 2 weeks.
dang.
Yeah, it went from like making like a couple hundred to making like 20, and I was just like, yeah, I can't even pay for gas. Even back then, I couldn't pay for gas.
Yeah.
Off of $20.
No.
So I mean, now $20 will give you like a quarter of a quarter tank.
Yeah. If you're
Maybe.
lucky.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, man.
Those were the days.
Yeah, I delivered pizza
It seemed
for a
like
while.
it was easier, but I guess we just didn't have that many responsibilities in a way.
Yeah.
Well,
We didn't have car payments, house payments,
things were cheaper though.
insurance,
Mm-hmm.
and mommy and daddy to take care of all that.
Yeah.
But kids nowadays, man, they're driving with brand new freaking cars and this and that. And back in the day, we had a hand me downs, like
Yep.
4 generation
Yep.
hand me downs, and it's like,
Yep. Or one of your parents knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody that was selling a $500 car, and
Mm-hmm.
even then it was like $500 car was like $2,000 car. Like, well, yeah, we can afford it. Like, wow, man, that's crazy.
Is that how much yours was?
My first car?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I don't even remember the one I wrecked in a month. I don't remember. Shut up.
What was it?
It was
Wasn't it like a Ford Escort or something?
it was a Mercury Lynx.
Mercury.
A Mercury Lynx. Oh wow.
And I remember you had that freaking the seatbelt bruise, didn't you?
After I got in that wreck.
And how did that happen? Do you remember?
Yeah, dude. I was driving. I had 2 girls in the car. One in the passenger seat and one behind me. And it was a rainy day in San Antonio, and I was behind an Astro van, and something happened in front of them, and they had to slam on their brakes. And I slammed on my brakes, but I hydroplaned.
Oh.
And so there's nothing I could do. I just kept going. Like I just skid.
Whee!
And I hit them. Well, the girl behind me wasn't wearing her seatbelt, and so she was sitting with her legs straight. So she flew forward, and her legs went under the seat. So she had shin bruises, but that was it. She was walking out.
Wait, how do your feet go under the seat?
She was little, dude. I don't know.
How high were those seats off the floor?
Yeah, well, it wasn't even really that. It was how high was she? You know what I mean? I think she was like 3 foot. But the thing was I remember I threw my arm out across the passenger, and she wasn't injured, but I hit the steering wheel and all that but I had my seatbelt on, and then when they came, I was having a seizure, and they thought I was on drugs. So while I was having a seizure, the cops handcuffed me and threw me in the back seat of the squad car.
Damn.
Didn't ask me where they wanted the car towed. Luckily, I was able to tell the passenger, like, my mom always said, always tow it to the house. I'll always tow it to the house. Like that. Tow it to the house. No matter what, tow it to the house. I was like, tow it to the house. And then I got home, and then my mom runs out, because she's a cop car, and I'm still in there, and they're telling her, they're prepping her for your son's on drugs. And she sees me, she goes up to the car, and I'm still having a little mini seizure, and she starts berating the cop, and he's like, what? And he opens the door, and they get me out, and by that time I'm like, it's already done, and I'm collecting myself, and he felt so bad, and
yeah, bad. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah, it was a weird situation. But
And you get in an accident, and then you get accused of doing drugs.
yeah. So then they towed the car there, and you know the only thing, it was wrecked. I mean, you couldn't drive it. It was totaled. It sat there for a long time until we had it picked up. But I mean, the only good use it was at that point in time was my crazy neighbor across the street would like sleep in it sometimes. But I'd be going to school and I'd be like, "Aye." I'll wake him up if he's still there when I get back.
Good morning.
Get out of my car, I guess. You know.
Here's the coffee.
Yeah. Then and now they don't make Mercury Lynxes anymore. But okay, so let's segue a little bit, right? We're talking a lot about jobs. How about, see if we can get this down in 10 minutes. How about, video game systems.
Yeah.
Video game systems. Then versus now. Okay, first of all, I love that car, man. He's showing me a picture of it. I loved it. A little roller skate.
Man.
Who owned a PlayStation mostly? All right, me and Mike.
I've had most of them.
PlayStation. Okay.
Yeah.
So would you say like PlayStation over Xbox? Well, wasn't it kind of weird because like wasn't it for like a good 20 years? It really didn't matter. Like all the games were the same.
They were the same.
It was just the controller was a little different.
What for what?
For systems, like like you would obviously have certain games only for like the system, but all the big games were on both. Remember?
And they were never on Nintendo because they didn't go that route.
No.
No, it was always
Nintendo was always like PG.
Yeah, you know, Nintendo was more that younger crowd, like younger crowd, but they had a lot of exclusive classics. They had Metroid, they had the rights to the Mario franchise, Mario Brothers. They had the Zelda franchise. So they had enough, I guess, for a minute to sustain them.
One of my favorite Nintendo games was the old Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
The Ninja Turtle ones was good. That was fun. And Batman.
Contra.
The original Batman from way back.
That
was Contra.
Yeah. Contra.
Yeah,
you might have just talking about it.
What was that other one?
I don't know why whenever you jumped, you had a spin jump, but it was cool, I guess.
Well, the one where it was
Double Dragon.
I think Double Dragon with the bandanas, right?
Yeah.
Like they had the like Karate Kid type bandanas on.
Yeah.
Double Dragon. Yep. Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Castlevania or was that?
Yeah, Castlevania. Yeah, there you go. That's
the old school Tecmo Super Bowl.
Oh
for
yeah,
Nintendo. That was a good one.
Mega Man.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. What was Mega Man?
That was a Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
Capcom. Yeah.
What about when Nintendo came out with Nightmare on Elm Street? That Freddy. You remember that one? That was horrible, but
it was horrible.
It was.
Though what they did come out with that was I liked, and it scared the crap out of me, was Friday the 13th on Nintendo.
Yes.
You'd go into that cabin. It took forever to load for the next part, and then it was either an empty cabin, or you just turn a corner and it was a Jason right there with it. I mean, looking back at it now, you know.
Yeah.
Actually,
really bad.
Mike told me this past weekend, Halloween coming out with the game, September of this year.
Yep.
Huh.
Like you can either play him, or you play
Survivor.
Like basically a survivor, and like almost like a story mode. Like you start off back then.
Oh, okay.
And you have to hide, but you get I think you get to work with other residents in the game.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there are other players because I don't think it's an open world type, where there's online players. I think it's just story mode. But I was like, oh man, it looks like it's going to be good. I mean, you showed me the trailer and I was like, oh. And like trailer, even the music and all that is going to be in it. So I was like, man.
I will say that, games these days obviously are super awesome. Don't get me wrong. But I always thought it was interesting. Like, isn't it like nowadays, it's like you either have the Xbox or the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Right? Table. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything else other than PC? It's like PC. Oh, it's PC, Switch,
Yeah, the Switch, the Nintendo Switch.
and PlayStation and Xbox. It's just the 4, right? The 3 consoles are still around, the main ones, and PC, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was gonna say you have like
that are still making the systems, not anything old school.
Well, no, I was gonna say they have those like handheld things. I mean, they're like that big, almost like the Game Gear, like that size. But now, like they run off of Linux or something like that. You can still like stream games on them and all that.
But it's its own Steam.
Like a Steam Deck, and all like those
like
types of things.
Okay. But back then they were everything, man. Atari was still around.
Well, see, and then PlayStation has the
Sega.
Portal that I have now. I don't even play the PS5. I play that.
Wait, what about the Sega?
Yeah,
I got more Sega. They still make games, right? They still make games. No, right? No, it's all just classics on PlayStation. Bottom out, right?
Yeah, I got an old Sega at the house.
But yeah, I mean, my PS5, I can't even remember the last time I actually played it. Ever since I got the PlayStation Portal, I only play that. I mean, I only play one game, so.
Oh, I only play Skyrim on my
GTA 5. I tried playing that. I tried to get it, and I was like, nah, like I can't do this.
No, I love my Skyrim. Not the one you were playing, the old Skyrim.
Yeah,
from 2011, I think.
But yeah, I mean, it's nice because you stream games on there. It's like cloud streaming on the Portal. So you can go through, I mean, they have a pretty vast library, and you somewhat like download them.
Yeah.
And you can play them. And
you ever notice how when you play like new games, they're like seemingly like kind of easy to play? And then you like think back on like archaic ass like Nintendo games. Like you mentioned Batman. F Batman the game. That game was so hard.
That was hard.
Dude, if you were first of all, if you were jumping, you can't like you're screwed. Like you're jumping forward.
Yep.
And you would like latch onto a wall, and if anything hit you, it'd like knock you off, and you'd fall to your doom.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And there was some games that were like impossible. Like I don't know if y'all remember this. Speaking of a character that no longer exists unless they bring him back every now and then, but Noid, the Noid,
the Noid,
that video game, you only, if you got hit once, you were dead.
Yep.
Like I jumped on a dove, I'm dead. It was dumb, dude. Well, Noid was hard. The first Mario was kind of hard.
Yeah, the first one was.
Dude, when you played it and you had no idea there was like an underwater level, I was like, what the hell is this? Seriously.
Yep. Yeah.
Then
swimming with the fish and
then Sega came out, and then Sega was like, we're gonna let y'all in on what's called a fighting game. And then PlayStation 1 came out.
Yeah.
And then that was like the era of like
Mortal
Kombat, Street Fighter 2, like those arcade games. Speaking of then and now, I mean, I know they're still out there, but dude, arcades were like a dime a dozen. You can go to any mall, and then they had arcade rooms.
Yep.
Diversions
in San Antonio, multiple locations.
Don't they still have diversions?
They might have one, but I wouldn't go into one. It's probably
what was that one off
probably
of
ran by a serial killer these days.
Off of Blanco. What was it? Diamond J's. Remember that one?
The pool hall.
But that was a pool hall.
Well, that was the pool hall for teenagers mostly, but yeah. And I went into a Diamond J's because you could go in there under the age of 21. And I went there with my mom one time. We went there to go play pool, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
And we were having a good time. And when we were leaving, people were talking crap to my mom, robbing the cradle. And I was like, it's my mom. And they were like, yeah, right. I was like, but it's my mom. And she was like, don't mind them. And then I had to put my head down in shame because I was like, yeah, but Mom, I'm going to have to go back here. Think about that, folks. We'll see you next time. 3 dudes, 1 mic, signing out.
Sayonara.
Konnichiwa.